What?
Now I'm
There
there.
he is.
Oh, look at you.
Hey.
Look at you.
I didn't know that.
Thank you. I hope you bought a couple
Louis.
copies. Stop being selfish.
Oh, no.
Oh, good. No, we all got a book. We got 4 books.
I knew you were going to be here. I wanted a book.
Here's my book. Louis Black in studio. We were just
Louis,
reading the quotes from Stewart, Stephen King, and George Carlin, my friend.
Yeah.
And I want to read the George Carlin one again. Whenever I'm asked who makes you laugh or who would you pay to see, I don't hesitate for a moment. Louis Black, period. He's got it all, brains, balls, and chops.
Look at that.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show,
Yeah,
sir.
you can print anything you fucking want on the back.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can attribute it to people that never said anything.
Yeah.
We're now going to do a highbrow interview with Louis Black.
You want to give me a
thank
quote
you.
from my book when I do it?
You know I'll give you a quote.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
Don't yell at him.
I know.
Really?
Don't
What are you doing,
humiliate me,
Louis?
Lou.
What do you mean, don't you? What is this, quiet time today? I come in, I have to, drink 12 cups of coffee to get ready, figuring you guys have already done 5 hours of radio.
It's quiet. Louis, don't drink the coffee. Drink the 5-hour energy that we have outside the studio. Thanks for the segue
Nice
here.
plug.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. It gets you going. I'm not reading all this crap about vitamins and stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Did this come out today?
This is the first. This is
You
literally
have a signing, my friend, I
the first.
believe.
Yes, I have a signing.
Yes, you
Louis
do.
got fucked the first book he did because
Why?
it was
I wanna
destined to be a
read that.
bestseller.
No.
No, that was how he got the deal.
Okay, I thought. Yeah, I misunderstood.
You should write a book that is titled "Louis Got Fucked"
Yes.
because I would love
Take
to
my
read that.
Simon and Schuster.
Yeah.
His first book was destined to be a bestseller. It was a best-selling book. And the fucking Pope died. And these Pope books came out. And fucking knocked Louis off the list.
Because I was ready to say, how do you get knocked off the list? I'm thinking, what, did all the Harry Potter books get
3
re-released?
Pope books.
You don't compete with
Wow.
Harry Potter because it's nonfiction and fiction.
Oh, I got you.
But the Pope books are all nonfiction. Or fiction if you want to go in that direction.
So what was it? It was Pope books up and down
Yeah.
the chart, right?
Yeah. He got fucked.
Unbelievable.
Oh, Louis.
So fucking help Louis, man. He's a brilliant writer. The book, but seriously, buy it now. You're gonna buy it. Don't be shit dicks and wait for the paperback. It's not that fucking heavy. It's called Me of Little Faith, and you can get a signed. Louis got the big Barnes and Noble tonight. Is it today the 3rd or is tomorrow the 3rd?
Today.
All right, no reason to fucking scream at me.
Yeah,
Lou.
what are you doing? Louis? He's trying to help you out.
It's tonight.
Wow, you guys.
We're kidding.
Wow. No, seriously, because it's
tonight
going to
at
be tough enough this week.
7 o'clock
My
tonight.
friends start fucking with me. I'm lost.
7 o'clock tonight, Barnes and Noble at Union Square in here in Manhattan, which is the easiest one to get to. Union Square, there's fucking subways all over, and you can meet Louis, and he's doing a signing. And what's this about, man? I'm really happy that you're running the book.
It's a book about religion.
What's wrong?
It's a career ender.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Oh, because you can't talk about the Jews.
You can't talk about anything.
Any religion.
You can't talk about any
It's
religion
taboo.
whatsoever.
What were you thinking? Do you have?
Well, I just figured I wanted it
you
over.
have people
and this
looking
was
out
the
for
easiest
you?
way to do
Screw
it.
it.
You know, you
Louis
hate
is
to
the-
just retire.
Right.
And this way they kind of go, get out of here.
Dude,
Go away.
He's like the funny Solomon Rushdie.
Yeah.
I'm
He's also got a book coming out this week.
I'm absolutely going to
Yes.
read this. So you wrote a book on religion. So
But I wrote a book on it's not like one of those, everybody wrote, there's about 500 books that came out in the last year. They either bash religion, and they go through bashing organized religion. Well, I mean, it didn't make sense to go do that again. And it didn't make sense to say that I'd actually found God, because that's a lie. There's a billion books on that, but this is a book on basically my experience with anything that has to do with
religion, organized religion.
But they go, why don't you write about Scientology? Because I've never, I never met. The only one I know is Tom Cruise.
No, because you want to make
why would
movies still.
Huh?
You want to make movies still. We understand.
And they have their own hit squad.
Yeah, we understand, Louis.
Send people
Well,
out.
except at the
Silencers.
show that Root of All Evil, we're going to do Scientology versus Disney,
right?
And it's already the legal department's already going, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you can't. It's like
Legal department for what?
for Comedy Central because we're going after Scientology.
Just
it's
let these guys do
Scientology
what they
versus
do.
Disney.
Right.
Oh, what, in the
Versus
show?
Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That would be hilarious, by the way, to watch.
That
would be hilarious.
What's the problem? That Disney has more reality-based stuff in it? Get out of here, y'all. He getting political.
Oh, shit.
Jive Talking Jimmy.
It's a pretty amazing.
This is great, dude. It's like I'm sorry to interrupt you. Every fucking chapter is like just like a 2-page boom, boom. It's like I love books like that. I don't mean easy reading in a bad way.
He knows his
but it's like
audience.
there's no pressure to fucking blather through it. You get stuff like this. If you got a good log working,
Yeah.
you're fucking on the ball. You pick it up. It's 2 pages.
It's written
That's
for
it.
So
the
this is
bathroom.
good log.
Exactly.
This is good
You go
log
in and
reading.
there's a
I go
thought.
in.
You get one
Yeah.
thought.
Unload lunch. Get my
Yeah.
Lewis. I'm done.
The bottom of the book is even bent, so you can rest it on your knees. Each part turns around.
Jimmy makes a good point, though. You pick up a book and you're like, you know what? I'm going to read one more chapter, and you got the OCD working. And it's like you look ahead. You're like 25 fucking more pages before I can put this book down. This is 2-3 pages a chapter. It's perfect.
It's been the secret to my success.
It's perfect.
It's as far as I can think. I think that's about it, and then I go, oh, I'm tired.
Right.
That's enough. Let's wrap it up.
I'm just the opposite. I'm long-winded, and every chapter drones on and
No,
on.
you gotta no.
Nah, but I'm doing something else for a while from now, and it's like fuck. I'm just writing these chapters. Like
What are you writing?
I don't want to say because it's your book day. It's not mine. Who cares? Fuck
Well,
me.
yeah, but
I'm gonna have
Jimmy's
time to- I'm gonna have time to whore
I
myself.
want to know about your pain.
no,
You know,
Jimmy's
the
got
pain of
a-
writing
It's
book.
well, as of now, it's a book about religion as well.
And he's not scared to take on Scientology, Lois.
No,
The
I'm just gonna
government
take.
calls it a manifesto.
Right. No, his idea is really good. I think Jimmy's going to have a hit on his hand. Now, I don't want to blow up your spot, but one of these chapters, Death is the Ultimate Game Show.
Yeah.
I know you want people to read the book, but that's I got to
Well,
ask you.
you know.
What is that about?
It's you basically it's which door you're going to pick. Do you want to go through it?
Oh shit, that's a brilliant idea.
which is it's which religion is the one that gets you to there. The amazing thing about the Jews is we have no hell, and we have no heaven. I don't know where we
I
go.
think Jews' hell is here on earth because you're just made to suffer.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Jews insist on just suffering here on this plane of existence.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with the Reformed Jews, that I was a Reformed Jew, which was essentially, let's try to look like we're really a part of the culture, so they don't shoot us tomorrow. Let's just try to make the transition. We'll transition our kids this way, and the thing is that I have no clue. I really don't. I still don't.
I don't
have
know.
any clue.
I don't understand the Jewish faith because if there's no heaven and no hell, why bother? Like they got you with the Catholic religion, like, oh shit, man, I don't
Yeah,
want.
I mean, it gives you something
I don't
at
want
least to-
darkness for the
yeah.
rest of eternity. So if they're telling me that heaven, all right, I'm gonna like deal with this
And,
stuff.
and Catholics, they keep us in line with guilt. He's dead, your fault.
Right.
So
Well,
right.
Well, they keep us in line with guilt.
the Jews are, at the head of the line with the guilt thing.
But what's the point being Jewish then? If
Well,
you're not-
apparently there's the thing is there's a messianic age.
What?
Like a Messiah, or a very messy age. It's a messianic age, but I don't know what that is. I don't know. It sounds like a new mall, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
A better mall. There'll be a better mall,
Right.
Because part of it, I think the Orthodox end of it, they kind of believe, that he hasn't come back yet, so there's still people still waiting around, which is really good. There's a good concept.
Just what a way to spend life, just waiting for some magical zombie to come back and, fix everything for you?
Yeah, that's it.
Make things better, give you the promise of eternal life and blah, blah,
Well, I mean,
blah.
but that's always been the thing that they said about the Catholic Church was, the way that they sold themselves throughout throughout the world was, these people are living in misery. And they're going, when this is done, you're going to get the sneakers.
Maybe
you don't have to make them. You're going to get them.
wait till you see the mall that's coming.
Can I correct myself before I make a total ass? Lewis hit the bestseller list, but it was the printed list that he missed. So he did actually hit the New York Times bestseller list, but he would have been on the fucking printed list, which means you would have seen it in the mag. But he actually is a best-selling author. So that was my error to imply that he wasn't.
but it says it right on the front.
Well, that's why you think I
New York
was
Times
holding the book.
best-selling author.
This is what a piece of shit I am. I was holding the book while I said that. I'm such a retard. I was looking at Lou's picture. It's my friend. Instead of reading it.
It says it right there, right under his name.
It's in black. You can't see it.
Yeah, well, he's a little shy. He doesn't want to brag. He wants it there, but he doesn't want it to stand
it's
out.
classy.
How'd you get fucking Stephen King to write on your book?
Right? Yeah, we want him
That
on our.
was pretty wild.
We want him on our show.
Did you ask him?
No. They just took it from. They took a quote from something he said in Entertainment Weekly.
Oh, is that how they work these quotes?
There you go.
And they probably had to ask.
What do
him
they
that.
just Google your name and go? Well, in a 20-page article, they had one line on you. We'll use that.
No, it was actually him. I guess they must have. I don't know how they do it. They didn't. But the great thing about what the great thing about that cover is, the great thing about the book jacket is I know one of this. We worked with this guy on this pilot for the History Channel that was like the kind of PG version of Penn and Teller's bullshit.
Okay.
So we did one pilot, and the guy who did the graphics and all of the visual stuff for that is phenomenal. And it turns out he's the guy. So I got to know him. He's the guy who did the Abbey Road cover. He did Blind Faith. He did like all the great covers, late 60s, early 70s. And
What's he done lately?
He talked to him and said, "What was it like?" And he goes, "I don't remember anything. I remember nothing." He said, "I do know it was great."
Right. I just have a
clue.
feeling it was great, but I don't really know. I don't remember.
It was when they actually used to give out Grammys for album covers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about your show too, by the way. Your
Yeah.
fucking Comedy Central show, man.
Yeah, so far, so good, I guess.
So far, great.
So far, really good. The ratings are good, and
Well, tell Comedy Central because they're constantly, they're, what are we getting,
Look,
you
you'll
get
be,
on the
as
phone
long as
with
the
them.
Pope's alive, you'll be fine.
They just get nervous. That's all. That's what they do.
Well, they're crazy.
they don't like you making fun
Here's the
of
one.
women
Here's my
at
favorite.
Comedy
Okay.
Central. Learn that
here's
one
the,
quickly.
Here's the one we want to do, which I think
ahead.
you guys will appreciate. So we're arguing for, because we want the guys working the show to be able to pick what they want to do and what they're really are, give a shit about.
Well,
And
but I gotta stop you just because you gotta explain the concept of the show for maybe people that haven't heard or seen it yet.
The show is it's essentially we pick two topics. The topics are like NRA versus PETA. Okay, that's one we're coming up. And and one comic takes on one and says, "Well, that's more evil." The other comic says, "What? PETA's more evil. I then decide. I'm the judge." And so what we wanted to do was, marriage versus death. Okay, now I think that's a solid. All right, it's comics can do that great.
Sure.
So what is their argument? Marriage. There's just so much stuff you could say about marriage. Really? So much funny stuff? Let's not do that. Let's find something that's difficult. And the other thing this was the most extraordinary quote, death. Why not death? Why can't we use death for anything? Well, I don't think death is really evil. You don't think death is evil?
There he is. Now we can properly welcome Louis Black to the show.
Really, you don't think death is... I mean,
His fingers
who
are
doesn't
twitching.
think it's evil? Unless you're a suicide case.
Well, who's fucking
Unless you're on massive antidepressants.
Who's telling you what you can't do?
Yeah,
you know what you're doing.
They have to
Comedy Central.
approve. They have to approve the topics.
Of course they do.
Okay.
You know the deal.
Yeah, but
You want to do something. This is like, here we can sit around and talk. You go on stage. That's why I like going. I prefer stage.
Here's my nomination for one you ought to do: shit chewing or pedophilia.
Of course,
Hat wearing or rape. Of course, this is a no-brainer.
of course, death is evil. Of course, it is.
But it's just so you have to sit there and go, and you listen. And there's a speakerphone, and they're talking to you, and I'm like, and I sit there the whole time going, with my hands around, like pretending I'm choking something.
Right, sure.
And then there are other people who talk to them because I can't talk to them.
It's very frustrating, right?
yeah,
Well,
don't-
the one thing I learned from it was why everybody goes, "Gee, why did it take your career so long?" Because you know what, I couldn't deal with these fucks. That's what took so long.
well, you still can't. You just learn to put other people in the way. now.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I just shut up now.
We
As
did
opposed to going, really?
We did
Go
a
fuck
pilot for
yourself.
Comedy Central that'll never see the light of day. Never. But we had a conversation about women because they liked one of our bits where a girl rolls around. She's got honey and rolls around in money. Okay?
That makes sense.
And
That works for me.
For the show?
and they loved the bit, but then it got to the lawyers or practices over there, and they're like, that doesn't make women look good and stuff.
degrading
And then they
to-
decided,
You're kidding, right?
No, they're like,
That doesn't make women look good.
No, you're
Degrading.
degrading to
The
women
Man
and
Show?
stuff.
Did they watch The Man Show?
Yeah.
And then they
Did
decided.
they ever watch their own show?
Then they decided it would be okay if we had a guy do it first. And we're like, ew, why?
Get a guy and honey.
If you
and
do the
have him roll
guy,
around
do it
the money.
first, and then you could do the hot girl doing the same thing. It's like, ugh, wow.
Why don't you just...
like, oh my god.
Instead of that, why don't you just say, let's go to black, for like 3 minutes and then have the girl.
Yeah, exactly.
So when they get to the channel, instead of having them waste the time watching that, they could just skip it.
I mean, you
So,
can
wow.
maybe make fat guy honey rolling around. Maybe you could kind of make it funny, but that's not the point. We wanted like to bring some hotness to this project, and it was just like,
That's kind of mean, though. Let's go with the fat guy, because that's kind of funny. And
it was just like,
Make sure he's white and fat.
Guys, he should be white.
And at that moment, I was lucky enough to know what you guys have been going through for your entire careers. I'm like, you know what? This radio thing isn't that bad after all.
Do you understand that is why, that mentality?
Because it's frustrating if we get on regular radio, we still could do that type of thing without having to ask anybody.
Yeah.
That mentality is why I kill the left so hard. It's not about any particular network, but it's that, well, that's kind of mean to women. Let's do a guy first. It's that fucking, that soft, fucking
But that's
awful
not
thinking.
That's not left or right. That's fucking television. That's a fucking group of people.
It's not. It's a group. It's a
television.
committee.
It's corporate fuck think.
That's more, I'll tell you one thing.
Corporate fuck think.
Yes.
God damn, I need a shirt.
No, because they're not corporate people making those decisions. They're people out of college a few years. They're people who, like, if you attack the ideology of the left, they give you more shit. Like, I bet you when you wanted to go after the church, nobody had a problem with it.
No, they did.
No, huge problem.
Huge.
And no one understands.
It's the same as Scientology.
And no one understands.
What's nuts is they're equating Scientology with the Catholic Church. I mean, that's what's completely crazy.
No one amazes me, too, is that these guys don't understand how easy it is to fix TV. Most people will agree most TV sucks dick.
Yeah.
You hire Louis Black and Norton and Adam Ferrara or whatever, and let them fucking do their thing. It's that easy.
Well, it's HBO.
They make such an easy concept so complicated, where you're now out of your realm of what you can do. You're like, I don't want to make, the wall sound evil. I want to talk about death being evil.
Well, it'd be like, it's like if any of us hired any of us to do anything. The thing is if I hired Jim and I said, I need you to do 20 minutes on my TV show. So would I ever ask him what 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Would I ever give
No.
a shit?
You just say,
I need 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
and you do it.
Get your best 20 minutes.
And that's but they never, it's always like,
the more
can I help you?
But the more I talk to you guys, it's like the really good stuff is left out of the shows. It's like, come on, that's the stuff people want to see.
Well, I told you we did we talked about this a long time. I did this thing called Red State Diaries with Stilson. Jeff Stilson.
Yeah. He's funny,
who was
man.
producing it. And Stilson's the guy who produced the Ozzy Osbourne show.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's the one who edited that story together. So we're down in Florida doing this shoot, and we do the thing, and we finish it, and they test it, and it tests great, and it's just me wandering around trying to figure out what's the difference between a red state and a blue state. And most of the time, I go, like the first show, it's like, this red state shit is great. I'm like getting drunk with guys at a tailgate party eating alligator, and it was phenomenal. And I'm screaming, and there's 4 people from Comedy Central outside the trailer, and I'm screaming at the fact that they don't know what the fuck fun is.
Yeah.
You have no clue as to what fun is. You lead your miserable lives. You go to the Hamptons, okay? I'm here in 500-degree humidity, drunk on tequila, eating alligator, and this is more fun than I've ever had in my life with you people.
Yep.
So we do it, and then they say at the end, it tested really well, and then they go, well, the problem with the show is Louis doesn't yell enough. Well, that's why I'm funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll grant you I'm funny because I yell. I mean, certainly that's part of it, but that you can't say
They want yelling.
Louis doesn't yell
They want
enough.
yelling Louis. Great.
Yeah. And
Way
I
to
said,
think
well,
out of the box.
because I'm walking around talking to these people, who are, it's all sorts. I'm like talking to these people who do all sorts of crap there, and sell football crap, and it was all about like football weekend at Florida State. You can't be screaming at the people. How do you get video, you idiot?
Right, exactly.
What do they want you to be an asshole in the middle of the parking lot? There, give me some alligator. You're just being you. What the fuck's wrong with them?
Poking his fingers at guys.
Yeah, he's a crocodile.
Right. You call this tequila? Right. Where's the beer funnel? It's my turn.
Boy, were they drunk there. And what did we need? We had footage of guys who, like, literally, we had 2 guys who just, when we were filming, who just kind of were walking along and had a beer bottle and smashed it over their own head.
Right.
What do I need to yell at anybody?
Exactly.
Right. It's a great visual.
It's a great visual.
Yeah, let it just be, man.
But they were like, no, it's just not going to work for us.
That sucks. So
but you've been through that.
Getting back to the book, Me of Little Faith. Now, obviously, for the book, you studied a lot of religions, right, Louis? Not really. Just what you.
It was truly when I talk about Catholicism. First off, all of my friends who are Catholics, who are comics, do all of that stuff better than I'm going to do. I'm Jewish, so they've experienced it all. So what I wrote about was my friend and I, who was a Catholic that I went to school with, would have these arguments all the time. So I wrote about the arguments we had instead of going, I don't need to top, the stuff you guys do. I don't need. What do I need to do the molestation bits that you guys were all molested? You guys were all that.
All right, Louis, you're Jewish. The Jews controlling the media. True or no?
Is there a chapter on your secret meetings?
Yeah, when we have actually during Passover, the great thing was it's that Hebrew on the front, and that's how we pass the messages to each other.
That's it. They're writing backwards. That's how
we do it.
Louis, what's your favorite religion?
My favorite religion?
Just from what
Amish.
you observed over the years. Amish,
I love the Amish. Because they stay to themselves. They do it. They have great chicken. Their chicken is spectacular, and they make and basically they do what they do, and they believe in what they believe in, and they go, "This is what we're doing." Got it? They don't bother you with it. They don't irritate you with it. And their kids occasionally come into your neighborhood and sell you some blow.
Right.
Okay?
They do fuck up traffic, though, with the horses.
They do. When was the last time you were in fucking Lancaster?
They have
You've been buzzing around. They do have a little
I have a book out. I still got to work the road.
And Louis,
they have that thing, Rumsteller, right? It's called.
Me and Jimmy were talking about this on the way home one day. It's like they allow their kids to be whores for like a period of time.
Couple years.
Is
Yeah,
it?
they do.
It's
They let
not a
them go.
couple of years, is it?
Yeah, it can be, sure.
Yeah, it's
You
can
can do
be
it as long
long.
as you want.
As long as you want.
And who the fuck would go back to the Amish lifestyle?
A lot of them
after-
do.
I know.
They do probably because,
Basically, if you don't know what that is, they leave the family and they go and they whore it up, basically.
Drink, have sex,
Drink,
drive
drugs.
cars, use machinery,
Fucking, socking.
eating, drinking.
They buy iPods.
We
Yeah,
got
they-
a
they go
problem,
back.
Mel.
And then they give all that up to go back to this lame, in my eyes, life.
But that shows you. They do, I think that if at least they to me, they do everything right and they don't bother us. They don't. You don't got somebody coming on your, hey, you want to come down to the farm, you want to use buttons instead of a
I
zipper.
think half that's it. They don't bother us. I don't know if they're doing is right. They just don't bother us.
They don't bother us.
Yeah.
There's no need to convert us.
Now, you said they sometimes go into your neighborhood and sell you Coke. Do you have
the
an
kids.
experience?
Well, no, but you remember the kids. That was that. There was a big blow up for a while because there's some of the kids who were out doing that, whatever you call it, rum sticking.
Rumstick something, yeah. Trafficking. It probably means molasses in their dumb language. Fucking central Pennsylvania idiots. We really should just slaughter them. I mean, I got to backtrack. Just take the fucking land. Yeah, you do our own butter. You fucking assholes. It makes them assholes as far as I'm concerned. Just go in there with a machine gun and a few hammers and just take their fucking barns and put up jerk-off shacks.
Yeah.
Churn.
Yeah, exactly. Fat women with fucking dumb hats.
Getting feedback.
Jerk-off shack.
Getting feedback on
porn
the
booths.
segment. Someone's writing, Louis, this interview isn't very funny. Could you yell a little more?
No, see that fuck.
What's the worst religion, you think?
We all
you've
know it.
experienced?
Say it, Louis.
Well, is he going to go with Muslim? I don't know.
Of course he is.
What's the worst religion you've experienced or have an observation of?
That I've experienced is fuck.
The fuck religion.
Yeah,
I don't
that's a good
know.
one.
I mean, because
little-known
what I
fuck
just
religion.
seriously, what I
Seven-day
just
fuckist.
learned about we've just been going over Scientology, which I hadn't really done because I didn't know. So now we're sitting around discussing it for the show last week.
Yeah.
And they are
Nuts.
They're completely from planet Xenu.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd never read the history. Have you read the history?
It's a ridiculous science fiction story
That
that
he-
is based in. Yeah, he's a science fiction writer. He came up with this cockamamie story, and people are buying it as a religion. When with a story like that, you need a couple of thousand years. to really have it pick up steam. You can't have,
And there's got to be cool stuff. Look, I got my problems with the Catholic religion, but my guy walked on water. You know, I mean, there's some cool things that happen.
No, these guys got spaceships and aliens and all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, the thing is it makes the Mormon thing, which is also mildly insane in terms of establishing.
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes them look normal. They almost look normal. They've got you. They bring Jesus in.
Christ took a swim over here at some point and hung out in North America.
They bring these souls down here. They put them in a volcano. That was the deal. And then out of the volcano. I mean, you just go on and it goes on.
Well, let's cut to the chase here. Let's get to the fucking brass tacks. All right, the Mormons and the Scientologists, they don't put bombs on their chest. They run at the movie theaters. We all know who the fucking the harshest ones are. Come on. They don't hijack planes. I mean, they're fucking, they might be kind of dicks.
Wait a second, please. Most of the people who do that, you can't fucking
let Jimmy have his moment.
But no, he knows I'm right, though, because
I know you're not right.
They're all of the same religion, the ones that do it.
Then where's the outrage from the Muslim community when it does happen?
It's in a ton of places.
You never hear them.
Here's why you don't hear it.
Speaking out.
Sake. Why don't you hear it? Because we don't even hear about the war. Where's the war? Page 57.
No,
yes.
It's not even in the paper usually.
Yeah, it's not. Well, now it's down to 3%.
Yeah.
They don't. What are they going to put? Big news. Islam's think this sucks. You think so? Come on. Oh, boy. The muhaha, who most of us don't pay any attention to, is going to show up on TV, and we're going to go, gee, I got to get that channel.
Who's the only ones keeping slaves?
Please,
slavery.
Wait a minute.
Slavery right now in the Sudan. All the.
You're right. It's the Muslims.
They are right now.
There's a group of people who happen to be Muslim. The same way there was a group of fucking Catholics who were psychotic for a while. The same way there were a group of fucking Jews who were crazy at some time during the planet.
Yeah, but
there's a group of them, Jimmy.
Yes,
it's
a billion.
not a whole fucking religion.
But it's a lot. It's not. Of course, it's not. It's a very small percentage comparatively. But there are a lot that are doing it. I'm not saying that they're like it's every Muslim. You take any group right now. They are the ones who are stirring the pot up more than anybody.
And that is why my chapter on Islam is very short.
Why?
Because
you
don't
still
want
fly.
Even to sell the book, I don't want to go into hiding.
Yeah.
But you see, exactly.
Oh, sure.
We all know you can shit on Mormons and Catholics and other, and you may get shit for it. But you're not gonna have to worry about your life. And let's be very frank, that's why people are very hesitant to make fun of, or make fun of, because it's not going to make fun of them, but to truly trash them.
Well, when you do a cartoon and then they come after you.
You know how long it would take to saw through Lewis's neck?
That's to me is the fucking.
So you know how long it would take to saw through your neck?
30 seconds. Lewis did not have a tough neck consistency. That's all good liver and filet mignon.
It's like a veal.
I have to go back. Islam. Islam. I know Islam. All I'm saying is I got nothing to say. He's not kidding. The chapter is.
It's 2
oh
paragraphs.
my God!
It looks like 3 paragraphs, but one of the paragraphs is 1 sentence.
Yeah.
So it's 2 paragraphs.
He just made the font
on
bigger.
Islam.
It is. That's it. I'm not going to deal with
He
it.
ain't messing with that.
Okay, but that come out to me. That answers the question. It's like, I mean, the bottom line is. There, of course, there's a lot of Muslims that aren't violent, but you know what? There's a lot that are, and people are afraid to even tease them. And in the New York papers, they wouldn't even show that cartoon that they would show. You imagine if it was a cartoon about Christ or anybody, they would have printed it. But because it depicted Muhammad and they were afraid of violence, not afraid of protesters or advertising boycotts, they were afraid of violence. So they wouldn't print it. And that's not in the Middle East, and that's not a handful of crooks. That's here in the United States. They were afraid of violence from a religious group by simply showing the image that had been deemed offensive. Sorry, Jesus, way to take the funny out, Jim.
Jeez. Now we're all bummed out, man.
He was all serious.
What the fuck?
Call Louis back.
Yeah, so we could talk about his dead dog for another half hour, 40 minutes.
Give us some joy.
So, Hillary, Obama, McCain, where are we at?
He's
Lewis?
McCain.
No, I know all that, but where are we at
kidding.
in general? I mean,
I'm done.
You're just done with the whole process?
I can't hear what any of them are saying anymore. I'm deaf.
I don't like any of them.
I'm deaf.
No, I don't like
I'm
any
deaf,
of them.
and I can't hear the president.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear any
Look at him.
Who? The president? Where has he been?
But I can't hear them. I literally, the worst was and it's just the worst. And this is where I think where you see the psychotic of like the Democratic Party is you watch 8 minutes. I watch Michigan or the debate over
Florida.
their how they're going to seat people. Listening to those guys talk, unbelievable, unconscionable. You're going, what is the matter with you? You can't, what? 6 minutes I was watching, their banter back and forth. You just go, why didn't you? Here, I can't stand the two main people you got. Now you're showing me why I can't stand the entire party.
Who do you like? Who are you going for, though? Is it Obama or Hillary? Who do you feel?
I seriously don't care. I've reached the point I don't care. They've killed me. It's idiotic. I find them both. There was so. If you really had cared, if they had really cared, they went right. To the beginning. They both shot to the front. Figure it out. Cut the pie. Do it like the mob does it. Work it out.
That's right. You will be president, and you will be a dyke ex-first lady. And so will be the peace. It ain't the way I wanted it. I'm smart.
Jimmy, Weeze agrees with that statement, right, Weeze?
No, he agrees with that about Obama and Hillary. I think
he's a big Hillary fan.
Is he really?
Weeze is a big
You like him
Hillary
better than
fan.
Obama? Okay.
Weeze has a picture of him and Hillary in his cottage.
Oh.
I tell you what, I had to look at as I was going to the shower last weekend.
A handshake, I tell you, any type of connection does help get votes. They are smart politicians. That's why Obama was dumb to fucking let people see him being a dick to that guy in Philly and to that fucking when he was ordering breakfast. It's like, don't be cranky with the public, asshole, because we're easily affected.
Yeah, but she. I don't really. I'm stunned.
Is it a guarantee that McCain is the next president?
No.
No way.
No way.
Ant think so?
No.
I think so because a lot of
Well, you
middle
still believe
America.
Yemen is the cause of the
I
Earth's
think I was
destruction.
vindicated with Yemen. I got vindication.
It's still the most
That was
extreme.
vindication. I think there's too much middle America, regular, guys down there and gals that aren't as liberal thinking as the coasts. We're a little spoiled, being here in New York, being in
but
L.A.
I'll tell you, there's a big group out there that is livid. There's a big group between here and there.
Do you know how
right
livid you
that
have to
there's
be to elect a black president in this country?
Huh?
This country has to be livid.
Well, it's pretty livid.
And I mean really livid.
It's pretty livid. I mean, I think you may be right in the sense of the underbelly that is that will pour in, but there is also that whole other group of people who never in their lives thought that they would ever not be Republican, that it would ever get to this, and that that war has made insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I don't agree with.
it's not it's. And you got this madness of, I mean, it's just not stopping. It's just, and that's the other thing. I mean, my problem with a lot of what's going on is that we've got major problems right now, major fucking problems, and none of them are dealing with the problems. Nobody's dealing with any of the problems. So for me to listen and go, well, this is what I'd do if I was with Reggie, I don't give a shit.
Right. What's some of the problems, Lewis, in your mind?
Let's see. The fact that we can't educate our children anymore. We don't know how to do that. There's like most cities, it's 45 to 50% of the kids are dropping out before they get into high school, before they graduate high school. Isn't that considered an emergency? At some point, isn't that got to be dealt with?
How would that be dealt with? Why? I mean, why are they leaving school?
Well, they're leaving the school because it's irrelevant to their lives and because their families don't
Irrelevant
care.
to their lives. School was irrelevant to my life, in my day too. It's not something that's relevant to your life. It's something you have to do to get a diploma to then move on to the next level in the game of life.
Right.
I can't agree with people dropping out of school because they don't find it relevant.
Well, I don't know why they're dropping out of school, but when you have 50%, my point is when you got 50% of the kids dropping out of school, you've got a real problem that you have to deal with as a culture.
I think the parents got a problem that they have to deal with. I don't think the government's got to step in and do anything.
Well, okay, then let us wait for the parents to do it, and so that we can achieve total chaos.
But how is the government going to help something like that?
I'm not saying that the government. I don't care how the fuck it happens. You get it? I don't give a shit.
They got to make it
I
more...
don't care. But and don't call it government. We're it. We're people.
We're the guys.
We're the guys. At some point, this shit's got to be dealt with. Your fucking health insurance thing. You know what we do with that? Here's what we do with that.
What?
You fucking piss me off sometimes.
Nice.
Because you go, government. We're government.
That's right.
Okay? We're people. We either do it or let's go to a barn somewhere and have a jerk-off festival. Okay? But the fact is, you bring the troops home now, and where you send them to is health insurance places. And what they do is they bivouac there. And they go up every day, and the guy's got a piece of paper in front and says, gee, should I pay $50,000 to give this guy an x-ray and give him a tube to put in his penis and do all that? Do I do that? And the guy and the Army guy comes in and puts the gun in his head and goes, sign it, you fuck. And that's how we solve health insurance.
Hey, right.
That's a heavy-handed approach,
really tough.
but I think it's good.
I like it.
That's heavy-handed, but I think it would work.
Anthony, these are desperate times.
I agree with Anthony. I thought school was irrelevant when I was going, and they have to make it more fun or more relevant.
It's like we always
the
say.
crap they teach you. I remember taking a class on Russian history. I don't want to know about Russia.
Well, it's like, here's the deal. I mean, it's like, you've got, what's the world we're competing in? We're competing in a world of, like, video games and a ton of other shit this tech shit that's going on that's insane.
All right, I got it.
I think it's pretty easy to sucker kids into,
Final exams on PS3s and Xboxes.
Exactly.
Have them take their tests on that.
Yeah.
But the
Or
kids are
do
going
it
to be
as-
the future people we're going to pick from to run the country. We need some smart fucking people to take care of shit when I get old.
But
That's
there's
all I'm concerned
always
about.
been
when
that.
I get
Everyone's
old.
been concerned about that, and there's always been people that do educate themselves and go through the system. Look at Obama. He's a very well-educated man, and as he was being brought up, I'm sure it wasn't the easiest thing for him. That's for sure. But he made it through. He was a successful guy. Look at him, first viable black candidate for president on a major ticket. So where's this problem? If I say if he can do it, then anybody can. I don't think we need, like you're saying, the people. You're kind of giving me this "it takes a village" thing, which I really don't
I'm
enjoy
not giving
that
you
much.
It takes a village
It's this
thing, 'cause
socialist
that
kind
is
of.
not.
No.
No, it's called, we're the neighborhood. We're it.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't like my neighbors.
Well,
I don't
then
want to
you know
talk to
what?
them.
You know what we have to
I don't
do
want to give my neighbors my fucking money. I don't want to give my neighbors my shit. I want to go in my pool. I want to have fun.
And I have lived in an apartment building where I knew nobody for 5 years. Nobody. They don't even seem to live there. And then I hear that there's a party and people are apparently getting fucked in my apartment building. Am I ever invited? No. Okay, but something seems to be going on somewhere.
You probably kill the sexual mood just yelling. Why is she not sucking my balls?
What's wrong with my dick?
I got breaking news. Officials say Hillary Rodham Clinton will acknowledge tonight that Barack Obama has the delegates for the nomination.
Big deal. She's fucking should have nominated. Fucking said that in January.
Yeah.
It's all over the news. It's gonna be done tonight.
Wow.
Officials say Clinton will admit tonight Obama has delegates for
It took her long. What the
for
fuck?
nomination.
Yeah, she should have been out a while ago. Stop.
Well, why would you take all that, continue to piss that money away?
Oh.
And why not use it to buy some new clothes?
I think she put her own money in, so they probably figured a way where she can get some of that money back. So she
started
held out that
putting in
long,
a lot of
saying,
her
"How
own
much?"
money.
Can I play devil's advocate here? Is it possible, and this might not be, that because to me, her and Obama going back and forth really hasn't hurt Obama. The preacher shit, but there's really not a lot of bad stuff about him. Is it possible that this was somehow a Democratic strategy because now he only has to deal with McCain from now until November, instead of all of this time
Having to deal with McCain.
having to deal with John McCain, who could chip away at that fucking golden boy image? Because people get sick of him. Like, all right, we've been looking at Obama since February. We get it. But now there's a shorter window for him and McCain to actually be head-to-head. So now it's still a fresh
I think
feel.
Democrats have ever been that smart.
they're not
But
that-
I mean, well, I don't know. I mean,
Neither
if the
party.
party unity means something, if they're like, we have a shot here, but they know we want to get a black man elected president, or one of the two, but maybe it was a strategy to kind of just keep that infighting going. Nothing really that harsh was being said. It was all kind of bullshit. There was nothing destructive except for Jeremiah Wright.
I don't think it was a strategy. strategy because I think she really wanted it.
I think you're right.
Oh,
too.
yeah, she did.
I said she's the only person I've ever seen on TV where you actually, when she speaks, ambition hits the screen. You actually see visual ambition. It comes in a lot of pastels.
Well, I think once she does drop out, then it gets ugly. I think McCain and his people are going to have a lot of stuff, a lot of ammunition against Obama. All they got to do, they know the nerves to hit with the American people, especially middle America.
Yeah.
They're going to bring up that preacher. They're going to bring up any other affiliations that him and his wife have had over the years with anything that looks remotely militant and ultra black, and that's what they're going to do. And it's going to scare the living shit out of Americans.
Yeah, but the other problem, but the other thing that is that he's got Bush.
Yeah.
And he can try to distance as much as they both have these giant albatrosses around their neck. Obama's got the Democratic Party, but let's just say that's it clear. That puts all of his problems together. He's in the Democratic Party, and they've basically been worthless for 8 years. I mean, when everybody gets excited, I go, they did nothing.
Yeah.
And then he's got Bush around his neck. And the other night, he had to hide. They had to hide. They were doing that big fundraiser, and he had to go hide.
You don't want the pictures of Bush next to you at this point.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just It's an extraordinary. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah, the Democrats seem to have a weird, because and I'm typically never Democrat, but I want to see one in this time. They seem to really not be able just to get it together. They kind of have self-destruct, or they just turn on each other so fucking quick. Like the language thing you and I talked about before, that is a more of a liberal thing, because look what happened with Geraldine Ferraro. She was a very big Hillary supporter. She says something honest where she mentions race. Oh, she's got to distance herself. And then Randy Rhoads, who has been, again, one of the ones who has been kind of pushing this mentality, fucks up about Geraldine Ferraro, not even on the radio, and Ferraro wants her fired. Well, that was sexist, her attack.
Yeah.
They're also, every one of them, all they do is live to catch the next one fuck it up, and they bite them on the ass. It's fucking terrible.
It started during, when I was in college in the Vietnam War, and there's this whole group of wants to bring the troops home, and it's like and they go to the convention, and they go, and then half the people, instead of trying to just figure out a strategy, they just basically tear each other apart. I mean, that's the Democrats implode. Instead of dealing with what's in front of them, they kind of go, it's much easier for me to scream at the guy across the table. It's like lunacy. They're insane.
Yeah, they've never been able to pull it together.
No.
At least Jimmy Carter tried to rescue.
Oh, Jesus.
Seriously, he tried it.
That was.
It was, but he tried it. I like the fact that he tried it. I mean, I respect that. It didn't work.
Well, here's what I find
like the fact it took him that
Carter,
long to try it.
In retrospect, is just that the price of gas thing.
Right.
Which they basically hung him over. Now it's like this is like mega shit.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, well, okay.
He sat and did nothing as the price per barrel just went up. Now, I don't know. What could he have done? Put a little more pressure on OPEC, talk to him. There were some options, but the fact that he just did nothing. He's been doing nothing.
Here's what you do.
Well, the fact
I
that
think you go to the Saudis.
I'm fighting terror.
He invaded a country that has oil. Can't you steal some of this shit?
And that they're not paying their freight. And in the end, they're not paying. They're taking the oil money and it's going to something. It's going out of the. I mean, it's like you've got to be kidding me.
And he still holds hands with them in the garden. He's still our president's holding hands.
When
with
he walks around with that,
Well, that thing,
Saudis.
That thing with the I mean, you go, you end up, we yell about we're yelling about Islam, but then you go, the 18 of the 20 guys were Saudis. And we're over, and then it's over there.
20 out of 20 were Muslim.
But they were Saudis.
Yes.
They were Saudis.
15 of the 19.
Yeah, we're Saudis.
Yeah.
And he goes over, and nothing.
But the House of Saud, though, let's be honest, I mean, the fucking people hate them like the way they hate Musharraf in Pakistan. I mean, the people are all radical.
Right.
I think that's why he's nice to them, because the fucking people hate us.
I don't know how much. I don't know Saudi Arabia as much as I know some of the others.
It's a wonderful place, especially for a woman. And especially if you've been raped as a woman, and they put you in jail for enticing the gentleman.
Yes.
No, it's a wonderful, wonderful nation.
That's right.
But they come in from, my favorite was they drive in the women from what is it? The women from is it for the women from Saudi Arabia go to Kuwait so they can drive?
Yeah.
Just so they could drive.
So they can drive.
Yeah, Kuwait's a pretty hip place.
No, but but it's still, it's like he how do you not put? He's an oil guy. But wasn't it also part of it? They have 2 oil guys and we can't move.
And he lost money in the oil business.
Yeah.
Not now.
And then
Now,
you got the guys sitting near the oil companies, which they've done my entire life, which continue to make a ton of money. And you go, isn't there something wrong? But no, they just kind of go, we're here, we're going to piss on your foot, and we'll see you. We're not going to discuss the profit level we're at. And we don't.
We've also become even more dependent on foreign oil because we've had to shut down our refineries. We're not allowed to build any new ones because, again, the liberal thinkers say, hey, there's a spotted fucking owl over here that needs his little home, so we can't put an oil derrick here or we can't put a refinery there. Leave Alaska alone. Meanwhile, it's sitting on fucking a ton of Western oil down there, and we can't pump that because environmentalists get very angry. We're past the point where we have to deal with that. Dig a hole in the fucking tundra. Is anyone going to Alaska?
I like to know that
Is
Alaska's
anyone
there,
vacationing in Alaska?
I like to know that it's just
Don't
there,
drill
being
in
pristine.
Hawaii. Don't drill in fucking the Caribbean. Leave the Bahamas alone. Fucking Alaska? Who gives a shit? Sink 1,000 fucking wells in that place. No one's going to care. No one's going to notice. Unless they showed us the Exxon Valdez, would any of us know it fucking broke up over there?
Nope.
Was that drunk fucking was sleeping and let his second in command steer into Alaska?
Bunch of fucking lazy animals getting fucking oil on them.
Yeah, who
Down
cares?
the way, you lazy shits.
Stop. Light them on fire. They'll feel warm for once.
Yeah, exactly.
Little bastards.
Jimmy, stupid geese and ducks. Oh, look, black. It must
Sink 'em.
It's syrup. They fly into it and try to eat it. Fucking assholes.
They were just curious, Jimmy.
I bet you that's why they crashed. I bet you a gull flew in his face. Fucking asshole animals. Alaska sucks.
It does. No one knows what goes on up there.
No.
They could say everything's fine. Look, we're getting a bunch of oil from somewhere. Shh, don't tell them it's Alaska. None of us would know.
They rub noses and live in snow houses and fucking shit in their blubber pants. They're fucking idiots. No one likes them. Bunch of drunks.
Pump away.
They'll have fucking
Pump away.
They have those giant whaling hooks hanging for good luck because they think it's charming in a home instead of wind chimes.
Whale hook.
Fucking assholes.
We're moving in. Grab your mucklucks and dig a hole.
I just want to the horizon to look like a bunch of those little drinking bird things that bob up and down, only they're oil derricks. That's what I want to see.
Did you ever work there?
No, I've never done a gig
You've
in
been to Alaska?
Alaska.
Louis?
Fox Theater there.
Yeah? How was
Did you
it?
do it? Yeah, it was. Oh man,
I knew you were in Alaska.
I
Played everywhere.
You're an Alaska lover.
I just played every place that was.
How is it as a gig
Is it
place?
cold out or what, people?
Oh, they all come out. There's nothing to do.
Well, of course they can't sleep. It's fucking 6 months of life.
Yeah.
You can fucking drill at 3 in the morning and see everything. Bunch of fucking assholes. It's 11 p.m. I gotta wear sunglasses. Really, you should be fucking burned alive for not moving. Fuck you and your shitty wilderness.
You don't like nature, Jimmy?
I love nature, but not for fucking where I can look at it. I want to look at it until 8 o'clock and then it gets dark.
It's a good thing you never worked there because the thing we drove. I went there in the winter, like Christmas.
Nice.
That's a treat to play Christmas. They really are rolling in
Do they even have?
for that show. I literally went to the bar. There were 5 people in the audience. We went to the bar and just got shit faced.
Really?
I said, I'm not going to sit here and talk to you. What kind of? That was where I learned that thing, the duck fart. That's the drink they like, which I can't now remember. It used to be.
Was this after you were like Lewis? Like, or this way?
This was way before.
Oh,
This
okay. I can't picture you not selling.
No, I was not selling. It was Christmas Eve. Imagine the most bitter people on earth.
Wow, yeah.
5 people in Anchorage in my audience. And I'm going, let's just get fucked up.
Every
We all
fucking
come to
gift,
the bar, do the act for each one of them individually.
Exactly.
every gift. Oh, look, another oil burning lamp. Thanks. I can have fun with this. Oh, look, another big coat.
But I drove out. There's this place you drive out through this. They've got this little inlet in this bay, and you kind of drive down, and it's beautiful, supposedly beautiful. It's like 0 out, and it's just frozen. And then you go to see this glacier, that's at the end of it. And I literally, you get out, and I went, it looks like my freezer at home looks because I don't defrost it. And it's even got that blue to it.
You weren't impressed, huh?
I was like, right, this is it?
That's what they
Came
fucking
out to
assholes
see
they are.
frozen shit.
Yeah, this
They
is the
show
big
you
deal.
fucking ice. Look at that! Look at it! They have nothing to show you.
So then they say, come back in the summer. Okay, so I go back in the summer. I'll go to a gig. Now, you got to go out. You go out in the bay and stuff, and we're going to go see fucking Alaskan fucking wildlife. Well, then we come around the corner. There's a mountain that's just, this big giant rock covered in shit. Just covered in like fucking shit. And these birds are flying around that are essentially Alaskan pigeons. And they're going, this was the Alaskan tern.
Great, and that's what we're saving by not drilling oil up
The
there.
Alaskan tern, T-E. I said it's a pigeon or it's a seagull, fucker. It's no different than the fucking thing. And then there's two, we saw two puffins.
Oh, nice.
Two, and I said that they tied them to a rock because these fuckers didn't move. That was it.
To show the tourists.
wildlife.
4 hours.
Right.
The
that's
Exxon's
all
on
you got to
cue
say.
the puffins.
Oh, you should have been here yesterday. The whales were out. Fuck you, the whales were out.
I'm here today. Show me a
The
goddamn whale.
whales were out my ass.
The
Come up with a
Exxon,
plastic whale. Fucking inflate one.
the Valdez is the best thing that happened to Alaska. It was fucking. They did it on purpose. They're a bunch of attention whores, bunch of fucking blubber attention whores, fucking assholes. You know my problem with the Valdez was not full enough. Fucking blacking up those shitty beaches. What do they go to the beach in their fucking winter coats? We're gonna make another snow castle. Fucking cunts. We should use Alaska for oil/nuclear testing, and then make them live there. No one will take them. No one will take the Alaskans.
Who needs them?
Fucking exactly. Dig a hole in that shitty fucking place you live in and live under there for a little while. Rub noses. Look at the penguins. The national bird's a smelly emperor penguin. Fuck them.
Hey, with that, we want to thank Louis for stopping by today, 'cause we're not going to do much better than that.
No, that was perfect.
That's beautiful, Jimmy. Louis Black, the New York Times best-selling author, Me of Little Faith. And what do we got? A book signing tonight, right, Louis? At 7 o'clock, Barnes & Noble, Union Square. And then for all the tour dates, because we're all over the country, you know that, Louis. Where do we go?
What's
Not tour dates, but the book signings.
Jersey tomorrow, then it's...
No, I know, but I got 20 of them. And,
What's your
and
website?
We got listeners
You got
in
a
every one
website?
of these.
LouisBlack.com.
Are these listed?
Yeah, it's listed.
That's what I was getting.
I'll give
Okay,
today
good.
and tomorrow. Tonight, 7 p.m. at Barnes & Noble in Union Square here, and then tomorrow night, 6 p.m. at a great bookstore. It's an independent bookstore in New Jersey called Bookends. It's in East Ridgewood. So if you're from fucking Long Island or Staten, you want to come into New York tonight. If you live in Jersey, you go to Bookends tomorrow. Just fucking deal with it.
Absolutely.
And you get to meet Louis and get your book signed. And he won't shake hands. He just waves.
Louis, you doing comedy anytime soon? You're a busy man.
I won't do comedy again till Mohegan Sun,
When's that?
July 19th.
It's my birthday.
I actually, I had gotten you a suite there for the night.
That would be a fucking great gift.
I'd go to Mohegan to see you, Louis.
Mohegan's
You
fun.
got to remind us, because I'll go up there for
Yeah,
that.
that's a great...
I love
like
watching
that.
Louis do his stand-up.
I saw Louis there once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Why is Jimmy just standing? You all right?
I'm giving Kenny my food order, but I don't know what I want.
Oh, okay. But Louis is here. I heard you flew into New York for like an hour or two, and then you're out of here for a month.
Yeah, I was here 2.5 days. I've been home. I've been home 9 days and 3 months.
That's fame, my friend.
Wow.
That's not fame.
That's
It's fucking
fame.
nonsense.
Look at you.
It's nonsense.
You're so famous you don't get to see your apartment anymore. That's got to be good.
No, I don't. I basically don't see shit anymore. I don't see friends. I see nothing.
Inside the airplanes.
What I've done is successfully lock myself out of my own life. I don't even see it.
That's how stupid it is, the life of a comedian. You guys, I mean, it's you get famous, and then you have to just say goodbye to your life and just spend your famous years on the road being miserable.
Wouldn't know what that's like.
What?
No, God forbid the mic's on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, whatever.
There you
What,
go.
you gonna whine
Robert
over
Kelly.
You ever
there?
hear comic timing?
You gonna whine over there?
I know, I had one. It was a good one, but it was a self-deprecating doozy, but
Yeah.
my mic wasn't on.
What'd you say?
I'm not going to say it.
I was ordering tuna fish.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We don't really have a boss right now, so we're just fucking around.
Is that, you know, boss?
I don't think so. I don't know who's
I don't know
the
who's
new
in
guy
charge.
You know, the merger went through.
Oh, that's right.
And our
And what
guy.
does that mean to you guys?
I don't know.
It never meant much of anything. We usually didn't have a boss.
Sure. How long's
No
the
one to
contract?
tell us what to
is
do.
your contract?
We got 53 days left there. Yeah.
On the contract?
Thanks for asking.
Well, I was just wondering.
53 days left.
And our agent, excuse me, he used the term, I'm sending off an exploratory, what did he say, memo?
Oh, I don't know.
That sounds like an
Something.
anal probe.
An exploratory memo to Sirius XM Satellite Radio. Not to get into the whole thing, but that was a little
Was that after the talk?
unsettling to hear.
That was after the
No.
talk or before?
I don't know.
What the fuck's an exploratory memo?
It's-
How about a negotiation at a big table?
They
With
are.
fucking 5 other white guys.
I can tell you this much. Anthony and I and our agent had a nice conference call yesterday, and we got a lot of things done, but then Bob decided to end the conversation by saying, well, I'm going to send off an exploratory memo. I'm like, I think after what we all just talked about, it should be better than an exploratory memo.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just fun to bring up on the show.
I don't want to fucking not make as much as I'm making now.
What?
I don't know.
What happened, Jimmy?
I don't know.
You
I'm
just
worried.
negotiated yourself down.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're going to try to do. I know it. They're going to be like, well, you know.
What makes you think you got a job?
All right, well.
You know?
Yeah.
Way to go, Lewis. What the hell's wrong with you that you're taking shots like that? It's little Jimmy Norton. He's
Wait a
probably right.
second. We're taking shots. Fucking, you know, this is the only show on earth that wherever side I end up, I'm wrong.
You're wrong, yeah.
It's really
Fucking the truth.
it's like,
Catching hell.
it's just like coming to, you know, it's like visiting a stroke.
That's what happened the other day. I was on here with Bobby Lee, and I make jokes about Mad TV, and I get hate mail.
Yeah.
You can't make fun of Mad TV. It's not understood that we can shit on that show at this point.
I didn't even know it was still on.
I know.
Lewis brings up a great point, though. We don't want you guys ever figuring it out, this atmosphere.
Oh, no.
You start feeling good about yourself, like, oh, I'm all right. I'm going to take my shots. And then we blast you for taking
When does
shots.
that happen? When do you start feeling good about yourself?
On this show, never. We don't want you to ever feel good. That's the point I'm making there,
We don't
Bobby.
even feel good about ourselves.
Right.
I don't.
We want
I
you
don't
to
like-
continue guessing.
I don't like this microphone. I feel like I'm an evangelist. Just sitting here. I'm going to give you a prayer cloth if you just send a donation right now.
Bobby's in the lounge chair.
It really is.
Like he's getting ready to watch some football.
I'm going to just sit like this.
Yeah, why would you sit like that?
Oh.
Well, if you
Why?
fall back and paralyze yourself,
Yeah, really?
fucking
Why?
hard, that'll make me laugh.
All right, listen, it's all about Lewis Black. We only have him for like a half hour.
That's all right.
And I started
It doesn't
reading...
have to be about me.
I know you're not promoting it anymore, but I started reading your book, and I'm chuckling big time.
No, I'm still promoting it.
Are you?
Well, no, it's a fucking. I did a radio tour of shit. Yeah, I did. It's like unbelievable. You know, you're going. Well, you know, when you get to be this, I'm not that. Here's what you get. Here's the thing they fucking don't tell you about. It's promo. That's what they don't tell you about. You go, oh, I want to get there. Well, when you get there, then you got to like walk around and shovel shit all day, which is your own shit. So I'm on, and I have a TV show. Hoo ha! I got
No,
a.
don't just say hoo-ha. It's getting...
Well, I mean, you know, but it's
it
like
has a nice buzz, man.
Well, no, it seems to be doing all right. I don't know. I can't fucking tell.
What is it, the root
I
of...
look at it. I did it.
Uh-oh.
The root
But
of-
I can't fucking tell what it is.
Was it the root of all evil or something like that?
Yeah.
Well, it's you. You play the judge. I have not seen it, but I've heard about it.
Well, that's all I need. You know, that's all I need. That's all I need, Jim. But I need people to hear about it.
I've seen it.
That's what my fucking life has been. Getting on the radio and letting people hear about it.
That's what Chappelle's show is like. People heard about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people just talk about it. I mean, you know.
I woke up yesterday worrying about my whole life at 6 in the morning, and then I walked around by myself, came back in, went to sleep, woke up, checked my MySpace, went back to sleep, checked my MySpace again, went back to sleep, did a spot last night, and then went to sleep. I hate myself. I have no life.
Now our audience is also asleep.
Therein
We just had to
lies-
live that with you.
Therein lies the ha-ha.
But Lewis, aren't you happy that you get to go on the road and these big crowds come
No,
out
I like
now?
doing.
and-
You know, the happiest is when I'm doing stand up
yeah.
because the
Total freedom.
yeah. I mean, that's where it's the best. It's me and the audience, and I don't have somebody going, you know, if you just said instead of it would have been much funnier.
And for the most part, the political correctness movement hasn't really hit the comedy clubs. There's a tiny bit here and there, but
well, it's great though.
When
they're in the audience, it's like it's like it's like going to heaven for me.
You just do theaters now too. You're not doing clubs anymore.
I still go back and do clubs.
You do clubs?
Yeah, you kind of got to go back and do clubs because it's really where you fucking kind of get conversational and work some shit out.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable enough in the theater that I don't do anything except write on. I don't write anything down. So I got to be on. You know, so I've learned how to write on in theaters.
Do people give you awful suggestions for your show? Like you could have this versus that. Dude, I got it.
Yeah. You know,
tit fucking versus mouth shitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is that awful?
You know, Prel versus Pledge.
Lewis was saying he wanted to come in here today because he did one of those radio tours and he felt like he needed to do an actual radio show. And I thought that was a nice compliment there, Lewis. What are you trying to say with that?
I was trying to be nice for a change. You know,
well, they sat you
trying to prop up your 53 days that are left. And
hope
you can take that quote to the table.
So what? You go to your you hang out in your apartment and then you have a list of
apartment and you have a list of places from. I did what essentially sounded like a woman in her own house somewhere on the prairie outside of Peoria, in a town I'd never heard of, who has Aunt Laurie's Funny Hour at noon.
Aunt Laurie's Funny Hour?
But she knew everybody. But it was like nuts. I mean, it's like
if you're going to be the host of the Funny Hour, you better know the the funny people.
Exactly, but it's like talking to Aunt B. You know, it wasn't like talking to somebody. You know, no, they're funny. I like them too. But that's why I was kind of bitching a bit because I've been doing. They put me on, and it's supposed to now I got a CD. So I have a CD, the TV show, and I've got whatever the fuck else. You got the book. So you go on, and all you want to do is talk about the CD. You know, really, that's it, because it's like there is a level of uncomfortable. You know that about when you're promoting your own show or you're doing any of that shit.
Oh yeah.
Look at my titties. I got a big quad. Fuck me. It's like ridiculous, and especially after like 10 of them in a row. So nobody seemed to know anything. So they start with you got a book, you got this, you got that. Boy, you got a lot of stuff. So by the end of the interview, basically everything has been, it's like, buy Lewis's, triple crown pizza. Might as well have put the fuck out of selling. But there was, half the shows were miserable. Mm-hmm. Just miserable. And not like.
In what way?
Not in the old school way of like, wow, we're so happy that, none of that. They seem to have realized I'm not going to do that anymore. But there was a show in Orlando, and it's supposed to be the largest radio outlet there, apparently, for the morning show. And the guy goes, so, you wrote a book. Then there's like, working, silence isn't fun on the radio. So you're waiting for him to he does the pause, and then so I'm waiting, and he goes, me, Little Faith, that seems to be about religion, right? Ooh. It went like that. Oof. It was like, and now there's two other people in the studio, and I'm waiting for somebody. Did he have a stroke? So I wrote a book about religion, and then it takes me like 3 minutes to realize I'm going to have to do 10 times more work. Yeah. But it was just he didn't care about like silence. So when I get back on with the guy who's doing the tour, they got somebody who gets you from like. I said, "What was that about?" He goes, "That's the way they are." Ugh. That's the way they are. He said, "Yeah, they're the top-rated show in Orlando."
You know how you have to handle that when the guy goes, "You did a book." You got to come back with a little energy. I did.
But the best I was telling you was about the one, bright light was the guys in wherever they were. I don't even remember who. There's a condition where when you. Of a narcoleptic condition, you guys said you discussed it, of when you laugh, you pass out. Mm-hmm. and they had this girl in the studio.
God, we were trying to get her all day yesterday. Motherfucker.
They had her or another girl?
They had her.
No, I don't know if they had her.
Oh, maybe they just found someone else.
This is a 21-year-old girl.
Where's she from?
I don't remember.
She British?
No, she wasn't British.
Okay, it's not the bitch.
And what
but that's what
station?
we
What
should've
station
done.
was it?
He doesn't remember.
Oh.
Well, we should have done the
What do
same
you
thing.
think I remember? I don't even know what
course
day
not.
it is.
We should have got someone with the same condition. That was the way to go with that bit. Because we were trying to get the actual one they had in the news.
We're going to make her laugh over a pile of AIDS needles. We'll just watch her fall into them and try to explain to her future husband she's a virgin.
No. We'll
Take my cock out.
No.
Just passes out.
Jimmy's onto something, though. We would cure her. Trust
Yeah.
me. You get the AIDS needles and go, look, you're going to pass out? All right, we're going to see. We're going to see how real this disease really is.
That's great. You pull out a joke book. It's considered a roofie. Two Jews walk in a bar. They own it. Hop in there.
So, were you knocking this girl out with your jokes?
Well, I mean, you started, it's like they describe, once you get somebody and they just describe a medical condition to you, it's 7:45 in the morning, you don't really feel like bouncing on her, because she's like, this very, I try to, avoid, I smile.
Avoid laughing.
Avoid laughing. I thought, and so I ended up talking about it in terms of like, who the fuck would go out with you? Really? Who do you, somebody who she's going to pass out?
Ben Stein. The perfect couple.
You nailed it. I was going to go with Club Soda Kenny. Perfect for Club Soda Kenny.
Oh my God.
Kenny's all about
tragic stories.
Doom and gloom, so she would never pass out.
I got a great line you could have used too, man. When
Yeah?
she said, I don't laugh much. You should have hit her with, sounds like my mother-in-law.
The old mother-in-law
God,
joke.
man, people go crazy for those.
So, did she pass out?
No, she did eventually, because they grabbed some section of a CD of mine and played it, and she went, and they literally went, holy God, because apparently she just fell off the chair.
Can we get one of these dopes in studio?
I know.
Well, I don't see why you're tracking one, because it's a condition.
That's what I'm saying. We'll take anyone now.
You know?
Yeah, we don't need the actual woman that was in the news.
But the problem with you guys is that you'll end up with some girl who doesn't have the condition just to be on the fucking show.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you'll waste all those AIDS needles.
Sorry to interrupt. We have to get Danny Aiello's CD.
Oh, well, that looks good.
He's going to be performing in Atlantic City with that new CD.
I like Danny, but
looks
I
good.
want to hear that CD
Oh, you should hear it.
immediately. It can't be good.
Opie, what are you drinking? Hydrogen peroxide? What is that?
Oh, Jimmy turned me on to that.
Hydrogen peroxide.
After you,
What is
what
it?
happens if a dominatrix shits in your mouth?
Yeah.
Hang on, wait a minute. Well, stop. What?
Just if you have a cut in your mouth, I'll rinse with that.
I got a little too aggressive.
Oh, a cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you need to know, I got a little too aggressive with some dental floss.
Jesus Christ.
How
Is it
aggressive
concertina wire?
Yeah, I'm dying. My upper gum on the inside is like just cut. So Jimmy washes his mouth out with this stuff, and it gets all foamy, and it takes care of the situation.
It will hurt your feelings a little, but they say you should mix it with water. But you know me, Lou. I say the heck with mixing.
No, I do it straight.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you do this too?
I used to do it.
Yeah, see.
When I got aggressive with my concertina wire.
But it's good. You can't use too much, though. It's bad for the enamel on your teeth.
Really?
I've had all the enamel on my
Is
teeth
it?
removed.
Yeah.
I felt it was distracting.
Just had pulp and nerves.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like hopping in a marathon, man. All I eat is ice cubes and tinfoil.
What's the CD? I didn't even know you had a CD out.
It's called Anticipation. And all I wanted to do was I wanted the cover to be the cover of the Carly Simon album.
Right. Do you have a copy? Because I want to see where where
Well,
I'm
they
being.
didn't even have a copy.
I want to see where I'm being thanked in your CD.
You're being thanked actually in the next CD.
Ah,
It
okay.
basically says, wait till the next CD.
Next CD, there's a thank you. That's not a problem.
I only knew because I
is for
noticed
everything.
it's #1 on iTunes.
Is it
comedy.
really?
On iTunes Comedy
Yeah, for
yesterday.
this
I saw
week,
that.
yeah.
Nice, very good. How many units sold?
I have no idea.
How many? How many?
I mean, who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know that I'm not even on the 100 anymore.
I'm sorry, Bobby.
But
You were, though.
well, what?
Bobby, how many copies have just the tip sold?
37,000? No,
Give
37.
me a number.
I
don't
know
tell
one.
you. Unless you ask.
I have no idea.
Why wouldn't you know?
I don't know.
I would want to know.
Lewis's other albums I know because we're on the same record label. have sold a few 100,000. I mean, a lot.
I don't even know.
Yeah, a lot. Ton. Unbelievable.
I'm on the same. I'm on the same record label.
What's the record label?
Comedy Central.
Comedy Central.
Jack Vaughn. How many albums do you have out, Lou?
6. This is the 6th.
Wow. Wow, damn. Look at you.
So retire, man.
No.
How many?
Any thought of that ever?
No, what I'd like to do is figure out how to like space things out. Look, when they fucking finally offer you something at the tail end of your life, and you didn't have, you basically did, you schlubbed around. You fucking do. Really, you're gonna let me do this? You're gonna let me write a book?
Can I tell you
Somebody gives a shit.
how annoying it was? We have Black Sabbath in here, and it turns out Dio's a big fan of yours. You know how much it was, like a knife in my stomach? Like, ooh, it's black. Like,
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
they all love you.
he was ranting about
All the
you.
fucking rock guys love you.
Yeah.
It's
It drives me nuts. Louis, yeah, I know, Louis, I know. He's Water, I know, he's my friend. Shut up. No, but he loved you. He's like, they're all Daily Show fans.
That's funny.
Where are we at with the presidential race? What's your thoughts?
We're fucked. We are so fucking fucked.
You hate both of them?
I'm really at the point where I think it's difficult. Well, first off, I feel like they've been running. This election's been going on since I was 9 years old. I have a dim memory of Dwight Eisenhower when I was a child, and this has replaced everything else I've ever known.
He's so right. This thing seems like it's been going on forever.
It has
Think
been
about
going
it.
on forever. It's fucking. It's nonstop, and it's not even. They're not even talking about anything anymore. He's in Sturgis yesterday. You got to be fucking kidding me.
That's where all the bikers go,
Oh,
right?
Jesus Christ. Has anybody got a brain in their fucking head? Like he's a biker. Jesus fucking Christ.
He is, his arms are like handlebars.
Didn't he try to get his wife in the wet T-shirt contest or something? What was that about?
Run. She was going to be in the beauty contest.
The beauty contest or something.
Which the winner has to show her tits.
Right.
Yeah, that was. The Daily Show actually ran some nice stuff.
Yeah.
Going from what he was saying and then showing what was the actuality of
The
Sturgis.
Daily Show is still strong, my friend.
It's doing well.
They've
They
been
got-
just
They picked up and
rocking.
they're doing fun, but it's also because of them. These guys are, it's spectacular.
Make it easy,
what's
right?
happening. Well, it's unbelievable.
This is one of
I've never
the.
seen two guys fight to be in the center faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
And they are both saying like they're running clean campaigns, none of it, and every single one of them is bash the other guy worse than I've seen it. And they just like you said, it's gone on forever. And these two are such opposites that it's one of the most lopsided elections I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're totally opposite.
And you don't know who would you vote. Who the hell would you vote for? The old guy that can't move.
Yeah.
The old stiff guy that can't move that they seem to be cutting pieces off of on a daily basis. This guy's on a fucking carving board at a buffet. They're just taking pieces off him. Or the first black president.
This is what I would do, and this is becoming, and this actually may get me through tonight's show because I need shit to do. You know that it's an old movie called The Defiant Ones, where Sidney Poitier and Tony Curtis are chained together. You know, it's they're these two prisoners, and that's what they ought to do.
Just
chain the two pricks together, and they're stuck together the whole fucking time, and you fucking figure it out. Because they're both so big on we're going to do the compromise thing. Well, you chain them together, they'll come up.
That's
with
a good
compromise.
idea. I
It's
mean,
pretty
isn't
good.
that what they did in the early days of our country, where the kind of the runner-up got to be the vice president?
That was the way it went first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that was how the first few elections, I think.
Yeah.
But no, they don't do that anymore.
They also had to wear wigs.
There were a lot of differences. I'm not
a lot of
saying
differences
it was-
back then.
But I really think we're screwed. I think we're utterly screwed.
Oh yeah, now there's I don't know what the next 4 years will bring. The only thing people have hope for is it's not Bush.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, at least it's not Bush.
Yeah.
No matter who gets elected.
We have a big problem because whoever's president next has to get us out of a recession and out of a war. And the last time I checked, best way to get out of a recession, start a war. Looks like we played that hand a little early.
But they won't even say we're in a recession.
Yeah, I
no,
know.
or a war.
Right. We're in a freedom-finding
Yeah,
mission.
it's some kind of a thing, but it's not really a war. And the recession recession. No, it's not a recession.
Right.
We've had an economic downturn,
Sure.
which will come up when the price of oil drops, which it has been. And this was my theory, and they actually listened to me.
I can't
Lewis,
wait. I can't wait for this one.
my theory, not my theory, my policy.
Yes.
Drill, drill, drill.
I knew that was
Drill
coming.
the hell out of every piece of real estate that has a drop of Wesson under it. I don't care what it is.
That's your
Drill.
Make this country look like a piece of
Alaska. I want those ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
yeah.
Those little things everywhere.
Make it look like a piece of Swiss cheese. This
Right.
country.
Drill holes everywhere.
Seals heads.
Use our smarts. We go off the coast of Venezuela. They got plenty of oil. You go out into international waters, and on an angle, you drill right into their shit, and you suck it out and ship it back up here. Who are they to say?
Okay, the problem with that theory,
Yeah.
for me, is by the time we get the oil, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there's the problem with that goddamn theory, which is why old Mr. Schmuck, fucknut McCain goes, oh, we should drill. Oh, what do you give a shit? You're gone.
Yeah, he's done.
They're still out there digging.
Lewis.
And that whole concept of you dig for oil and somehow the price of fucking oil goes down. What bullshit.
No.
That day
That's
it'll
nonsense. Oh, yeah, they'll be going,
Yeah.
oh, look, they're digging.
They said they've said that if the oil in Alaska would literally last about 6 months in the world market.
Who says that? The liberal panty wastes.
Nobody knows shit.
Nobody
Nobody even know what's under there. You know what? You know where there's a ton of oil, fucknut?
Where?
Under Los Angeles. Now,
Drill!
That's where I'd go.
Yeah.
Drill L.A.
Yeah, no, that's where I would go. That's apparently where there's a ton.
Well, why won't they drill? The oil companies have land, like millions of acres they haven't drilled on yet. Why won't they drill on where they're allowed to?
I don't know. Well, why is it that they've got $1 billion gazillion dollars, and then they say, well, we have to leave them that money because for their exploration, and as far as I can see, they haven't found shit.
Not exploring.
You know, I mean, it's like there are places.
How great would it be if the best alternate fuel wasn't solar, it was baby feet? Like one baby foot gave you 600 miles a gallon.
What to do? What to do?
Start hacking off baby feet.
Exxon baby feet.
Just pump it right into your vehicle. Little baby feet.
You're like, ow! Let's go.
Hey, Lewis,
Filled up.
Lewis, you have more knowledge than all of us as far as politics go. Who should be president? I don't mean choose between McCain and Obama, obviously. I mean, who should be president that decided, not to run?
Bloomberg.
Bloomberg.
You know, just out of the sheer the fact
You need a
know
businessman in there.
Well, you know what I liked about him, because when he became first, when he became governor, it's like, but you know what I like? He's not around.
That's true.
He doesn't like come out and
He
pontificate.
pops up every so often.
And when he talks, it's like so quiet, you don't really have to hear it. You know what I mean? He doesn't impose. He doesn't really necessarily seem to impose his will. Shit seems to roll along. If there's a problem, he shows up.
But a Jew for president? We'll never see that.
Yeah, you know, not in my lifetime.
Route 80 would have fucking bike lanes on it. That cocksucker. I can't drive down and look at trannies anymore because fucking half the thing is bike lanes.
He loves his goddamn bike lanes,
I know.
doesn't he?
Fucking simp he is.
His little
But he is a good
lisp.
mayor.
But you know, I mean, I'm just at this point. The whole concept has always been, that that whole idea of government is a piece of shit because it's not run like a business. Well, let's experiment, fuckers.
Yeah.
Let him. He made a gazillion, cotillion, bajillion fuck dollars on a goddamn station I can't watch for more than 8 seconds.
If that
Bloomberg
happened.
Network. What are you? Who the fuck watches that?
Dullsville, as I like to call it. Dullsville.
If Bloomberg won, all the conspiracy theorists wouldn't have anything to say. They'd be like, Jews run the government. They'd be like, yeah, they do.
Well,
They do.
Yeah. Officially, they got elected.
Well, Bloomberg has that little lisp too. He sounds a little fucking silly.
He does. People have speculated that he
He's
might
just
be a little fruity.
everything he does. This
fruity?
parade is fantastic.
well,
for
look
New York
at fucking Ed Koch.
Yeah, well,
He wasn't exactly the man of men.
He has a roommate.
Tell you the truth. Yeah, he's got a live-in roommate.
Oh, it's
Wink,
Uncle
wink,
Ed, Uncle
nudge,
Ed's
nudge.
friend.
Yeah, Uncle Ed.
Uncle Ed's friend, the hairdresser. the young twink hairdresser. Been palling around with Uncle Eddie.
Yeah, he was a little.
You know, the other thing I like about Bloomberg, which was the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen anybody do in a long time, was that you woke up one morning and you got your Post of your Times, and in it was an insert in which he said, we've been sitting around trying to plan transportation for the next 30 years around this area, and nobody's fucking done that. And then, of course, they said, half of his stuff, they said, fuck
they
you.
shoot it down.
Well, of course
they don't like it.
We're not going to do that. We're going to jam all the cars we can into the Lincoln Tunnel until it explodes. But that's their concept. But at least he gave it a shot. Like he has actually kind of has people sit around and think about shit.
I like that pricing plan thing because
you're rich.
No, because I come in so early, I wouldn't have to pay.
Is that right?
That's for sure.
Well, what's the pricing plan for the rest of the country? Basically, paying tolls.
What you would do is, in order to enter Manhattan into the Midtown area, you could go way uptown or way downtown, but into Midtown area where there's the most traffic, you'd have to pay like $10 or something like that to get in.
Yeah.
How would they do that?
I don't know how they'd collect it. I think somebody just hops up on the fucking running boards of your vehicle with a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like old school truck hijackers and takes it.
Yeah. They just have up those sawhorses.
Yeah.
Then they pull them aside.
Because obviously they couldn't do the toll booth thing. That would work so well on the east side.
Yeah.
Fucking traffic from Long Island breezes in anyway. I could see setting up some fucking tolls over there.
Yeah. Hey, did Jon Stewart really say, I got to thank Bill from Portugal, that Bush took 758 days off in his 7.5 years in office? How do we know that?
Because they track.
I think they keep tabs on the president and where he is. Is he working today? What the fuck is it? Where is he?
Because he would go to Crawford, for 3, 4, 5 weeks every summer.
And that's the most ever, obviously.
And the other thing, and I'll get to Obama in a second, but about McCain, which I heard yesterday, which actually shocked me, because I've met him. I like McCain. He's voted the least amount in the Senate in the last... he's like has not shown up for votes. It's just amazing. And then it's like, well, I'll go run.
Why are you allowed to not show up for votes if you're a senator?
Yeah,
I don't
just doesn't
get
make
that.
Sense.
Shouldn't that be part of look, at the very least, can you show up for the votes?
I mean, really?
Even if you call in the vote or text it in?
I don't know like we said, this has been going on forever. The Obama-Hillary thing that just went on and on and on. What were they doing? Didn't they have jobs? Didn't they have jobs as senators?
I always wonder about
for states and did nothing? There's no way she could actually hold down that job and perform the duties to the best of her ability when she's stumping in fucking East Bumfuck.
Well, you should be forced to resign your current job.
Exactly.
To go for the new job.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Because
there shouldn't be
it was a waste of time. At least we had old Chuck Schumer holding down the fort.
Another Jew.
How did he live without, because it is life support for him. He needs to breathe oxygen directly from Hillary's asshole. He can't. So when she left, it was very difficult for him. He had an inhaler with just Hillary's asshole smell that he had to just breathe in like primatine mist.
Which also smells like the breath of another woman.
Fucking Schumer.
Back in the day, I went to the Oyster Fest out there on Long Island, and this Chuck Schumer was walking around. And it was packed with people, with a huge sign that went about 6 feet over his head that read "Meet Chuck Schumer." No. As he was walking.
M-E-A-T.
As he was walking.
Meet Chuck Schumer.
An arrow pointing to his cock.
And then people running up to, the peeps that were there saying, "Hey, you want to meet Chuck? Want to meet Chuck? He's right over there." And no one cared. Just walking through the crowd with this huge sign over his head. Meet Chuck Schumer.
How great would it be if there was a sign that said, "Smell Chuck Schumer's balls"?
Big line.
Yeah. And you were allowed to rub a middle finger under where his bag and his leg meet, and guess.
That's really.
Was this on your radio tour yesterday, Louis?
No, you get
mentioned.
You get to rub between his balls and leg, and then you have to guess what hamburger topping it smells the most like.
Oh, fuck.
Wow. That's really gonna stay with me all day.
Where's that sign? And then we got Obama, who's Obama's wife is a little more unnerving than Obama is.
Yeah,
she's a loose cannon. I've seen him shut her right up during interviews. He turns around and is like, ha, 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 shut the fuck up. Trying to do it while he's chuckling. But she doesn't seem very savvy in the let's not make it seem like Malcolm X is going to be president.
It's really, well, he's, the problem with him is hope. I'm not, fuck hope. I don't. I'm way. I mean, being the oldest guy in the room, there just comes a point where hope doesn't goddamn work. I'm serious. It doesn't fucking work for me. It's the hope is the thing that I had hope is the best drug a kid can have. Hope is the best drug that you have when you're young. Nothing beats that.
That's what they push, though, and that's what he's pushing. This hope of change and prosperity and blah blah blah.
And then as soon as he's fucking nominated, he immediately runs back on everything he said.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, you can't do that.
But do we get fooled?
Fucking do that.
Do we get fooled every time? Do we really think someone's going to change something?
No, I don't. I'm really looking for something else.
An alien. Just something that would now we are talking real change. It's like, wow, you know something? I bet this guy is going to change some shit.
Who are you voting for? The little green guy with the eyes at the top of his head. He seems fun.
I think there's change in the future.
I've begun to think that Apple is actually a front.
Really?
Well, that shit is so fucking... That shit that they're coming up with...
Oh,
that fucking iPhone, iTouch, fucking drop movies into a thing this big. And I'm saying, you can't watch a movie that big, and then I'm watching a movie that big going, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up.
Why, you don't think fucking Martians have good cell service? That fucking Steve Jobs cocksucker. AT&T, it's fucking awful.
Yeah, no, it's the worst.
iPhone should come with cans and strings. Talk through this. Fuck him. Asshole he is. He really drives me nuts. I have a hunk of shit iPhone.
I got it too.
I have it. I love it.
It blows.
I love it.
But
Fucking blows.
finally something that makes him happy.
I thank you, Louis. I love it. I put the GPS. What?
What happened?
What's wrong? I'm over here.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Stupid stuff.
What happened?
What's up, Bobby? Now I can't hear.
What's wrong with Bobby?
Oh, Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Bobby, what happened, Bobby? Bobby.
Banana.
Boo!
Boo!
Hey, wait a minute, guys. All right, what's your problem with me? I love it. I gave my wife. She has my old one. I have this one. I got that program looped where I know where she is in the world at all times.
Oh boy,
that's cool. Jake LaMotta had that program too. Right fist.
Yeah, Bobby, that's real healthy. That's healthy for a relationship.
You have that? Are you serious? You have that?
Yeah.
So how does that work?
She does nothing. She's always at 47th Street doing nothing.
Of course, no. That's where her phone is.
Exactly.
She leaves it somewhere.
Her phone is at 47th Street. Her pussy's on 120.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you dummy.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you got that good line out there.
Some James Bond shit.
That was a good line.
Yeah, I fucking love the iPhone. I don't give a fuck. You know what, dude? You can fucking... You know what, dude? So what if it doesn't work? You know? Fucking sucks. It's a fucking phone. What do you... I mean...
Exactly, so it should make calls.
Yeah, but you make calls. Once in a while, it drops a fucking call.
Once in a while, I can't... Because I have this really weird apartment
10
location.
years ago, you had to use
the
the
West Side. Yeah, well, 2 years ago, I used my Verizon phone and called everybody. Hi, how are you? Just checking in. The little man with the glasses. I called him.
Oh, that guy that follows you around helping.
Marky, I love him. I can get a cell phone working in my place.
Fucking sucks a dick. AT&T should be fucking firebombed.
Hey,
wait, Sprint?
Sprint is the second best to Verizon.
No, it is fucking not.
Okay.
You'll always
is an
get this.
inordinate piece of shit.
You'll always get this argument. There will be people that say AT&T is the best, and other people that goes, "Oh my God, it's an abomination to man."
Compared to AT&T, but I mean, the only reason that I ended up even liking AT&T was because Sprint was so fucking. But I'm also talking when you run around the country, it's like their patches where Sprint doesn't exist.
T-Mobile is the worst. T-Mobile's great in Europe. That's where it's actually the best. Verizon is the best. Sprint
Verizon is the best.
Everyone agrees
second
Verizon's the best. Sprint is the second best because they have the second most towers, and AT&T's coming up there. T-Mobile's the worst. If you have T-Mobile,
AT&T,
you're a
fucking blow.
I like a company where part of the initials is still Telegraph. That's like American Telephone and Telegraph. You'd think they would change it. When was the last time? Like, do they have to keep one guy on board as the telegraph repair guy? Just in case some of the beep, 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 beep stuff breaks down?
Yeah.
Change the fucking name.
I just wonder at what
Or
point.
how the team means something else.
Yeah, it means something else, technology or something.
Right.
Telegraph.
I wonder at what point we're gonna stop. We're gonna read the stories about brain cancer associated with phones and start using them less. I mean, like we're literally gonna have tumors coming out of our ears shaped like cell phones.
By the way, Mike, you're saying that as you're wearing headphones that can't be good for
have
us.
electromagnets right next to your head
right?
for fucking 5 hours a day. We sit here with electromagnets on our head.
Anthony and I laugh at cell phone tumors.
Cell phones, stop it.
We laugh at that one.
I'd take my
Fucking
tumor
animal.
and stick a cell phone in it.
This has as much radiation as a cell phone.
I don't know. It's never been tested.
I would guess that it's a hell of a lot more than a cell phone.
I'm going to get a hand tumor from texting. See, I don't really make many calls, but I text like a motherfucker.
You're gonna get finger
So I'm just going to
cancer.
have this big fucking hand tumor. A catcher's mitt.
Before we move on from phones, who was talking
look
about
like
the
a
latest
puppy.
app on the iPhone? Travis is coming in.
Oh, what's the latest app?
This one is ridiculous.
Cool. Let's see if it crashes the phone like the other ones did.
This one
fucking
is
app sucked.
stupid.
They've officially run out of apps because they came up with this new one that Travis was reading about.
It's called I Am Rich, and it costs $1,000, and all it does, it's just a red gem on your phone, and it just shows that you have enough money to buy the app.
To buy the app.
$1,000.
So it's just a red gem,
Just
so
a red
people
gem.
see it and go, he's got the red gem.
Let's
That's
The I
rob
Am
him.
Rich one.
let's rob him.
Everyone with that red thing on their phone should have a fucking hammer swung into their gum line and their fucking money taken. If you're that dumb
Yeah, I
of a
was
cunt,
just-
you deserve to be fucking bludgeoned.
No, I just think that's an easy way to track them. And you
Well,
just
there you go.
If you got that GPS thing, and then you go to their house and say, you need to be, you're going to a camp.
Actually, the
And we're gonna
IRS.
rehabilitate
Wait, so it's a
you.
red
The
thing
IRS
that
comes
says
and
you
gets
can
you.
afford to buy
You
an
just say, yeah.
iPhone?
It
does
costs
nothing else.
$1,000
It's a status symbol.
to show that you bought something for $1,000.
Yeah.
Not the iPhone itself, just an
have it.
application.
I have it.
No, you.
Yeah, I took,
Well, you
I
robbed
took
it.
a loan out.
I have an app.
Because in show business, it's all about the show.
I have an application that tracks Bobby Kelly's wife. That costs $1,000.
Yeah, well, you're going to get a fucking application that tracks my fist into your face.
Whoa!
Settle down with the
Comes
weird
to
shit.
the defense. Comes to the defense.
Exactly. I'll fucking knock you out.
Wow. What the fuck?
It's just
It
it's
is
a funny
soft
radio
spot.
show,
I'm
Bobby.
the only one that can fucking call my wife a whore.
It's
That's
just,
it.
I don't think he
it's
was
just
doing
one of
that.
these. It's just one of these jokey radio shows, Bobby. We're just joking around, kidding around like a bunch of jokesters.
I know, but I was in juvie. I'm sorry, Mike. I just get carried away.
Jokesters.
I get carried away
Oh,
sometimes.
look at you.
I didn't go to school. I was.
That's adorable.
I
He's
have
all
social
protective.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Wow, I almost got asthma.
The psychopath.
I
but
think
he's
the problem
protective.
is I remind Bobby of one of his parole officers. I just look like one of those douchebags.
Scagnetti,
No. Scagnetti.
that son of a bitch.
By the way, I have the I Am Rich. I have the other version. It's where you go to richvoss.com. and you get it, and then you put it to your head, and you're retarded.
I am rich.
I am rich. It's a fucking, it's a bumbling dumb jackass face on the front of your phone.
Your ear ends up
It
wet when
says-
people talk to you because it has a spit feature.
It does crowd work. It goes, "Where you from?"
and then teeth fall out of it.
Yeah, big fucking horse teeth.
Just fall out.
Voss is the only one that can do crowd work in front of 10,000 people.
You're
that's
shitting
it, huh?
Indian style.
Voss is the only one that has to. He fucking Voss has the teeth. Voss got the teeth that they meant for a 6'7" man. And they're like, we don't have teeth in your size. He's like, but I need them now. I'm having steak tonight.
All right.
And they're like, all right, but the guy was he was a giant man who was supposed to get these teeth.
Pop him in.
I just hit an important part of my life, and I didn't even notice it. This is the first time I was able to cross my legs like this in around 3 years.
Wow.
Without
Is
hurting.
that yoga?
No, I just lost some weight. Without
That's
hurting.
not even comfortably crossed, though, Bob.
No, I'm actually, listen.
If
Jim,
I push your foot down, it will snap back and your leg will spin that way. But you are crossed.
I'm crossed, but like it's not hurting. All my nuts aren't mushed up into my asshole right now.
It's a shame.
Like I'm not pulling anything. Like I haven't been able to sit like this in a while. And I
You've
just
lost a lot of weight.
45.
Oh.
What Starbucks
I still
fucking
have-
calorie full thing are you
That's
celebrating
Splen-
that
that's
leg cross
Splenda.
with?
That's Splenda.
It's Splenda.
Splenda.
Probably
That's
nothing.
the key.
I have
Very
the lattes with the soy. The soy's got a little bit. But I mean, it's,
I still have to lose.
right to my thighs.
I still have to lose around 18 baby heads.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I still have a lot of weight to lose. That's what sucks. I still,
How are you doing?
I still look like a fucking unfinished sculpture naked.
Are you doing any? What you doing? A diet?
I
or,
did the South Beach for the last month. which
Very
was
nice.
Very nice. And I'm staying off carbs though. I'm not gonna,
South Beached.
I love Opie's evil laugh.
But you're able to laugh along with that now because you know it's not that true
Bob
anymore.
looks good. I hate to say it. Believe me, I
Yeah.
wanted Bob to balloon up and have a fucking stroke.
Yep. It's
But,
depressing
I
depressing
wanted
for all of
nothing
us,
more
Bobby.
than for you to be so fat
Absolutely.
that like your friends had to come and visit you.
Oh, you know how many?
I wanted to at least. I wanted to be able to say, well, at least you gave it a shot.
The fans
Yeah.
at the O&A virus show were me and Oprah driving around the parking lot, which was awesome, by the way, because we just stop. And
No, we didn't explain what we did. We want to make ourselves really uncomfortable, so we would stop in the middle of like a lane where no one was around and just sit there. And I kept going to Bobby C. No one cares.
nobody,
Oh,
everybody just looked at us like, "What? And
yeah.
and then then one asshole, hey, and then everybody came over.
Yeah, but that moment where no one was moving was hilarious
how
to us.
awful.
It's like,
was
see,
fucking-
Bobby, no one cares.
But we all the fat guys were coming up bummed out like their mascot. Their leader were actually, they were actually mad. O&A fans, you're not fat anymore. What the fuck?
Well, you're inspiring to people. People see that you lost a lot of weight and they can do it too.
Wow.
I actually meant that.
No, I know
and
you did.
as I was saying it, a fucking vinegar and water should have leaked out of my head.
Because we're uncomfortable with real emotions and real stuff on the
We really are uncomfortable.
I'm good with real emotions.
We're uncomfortable with everything on this show.
Yeah.
Now let's be real for a second. Why don't we
All
go
right.
around the room and just be real?
I admire and love Lewis
Why are you touching his hand as you say
because
that?
that's how you connect.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton's very good. He invades your space.
Does he?
Daryl Hammond told me that.
Really?
Yes. Not in a homoerotic way that I'm doing with Lewis.
Was he on?
I got a boner.
Was Daryl on stage when he told you that?
No,
Or
no,
was
Daryl.
it-
Daryl knows Clinton because he actually wrote material with him in the White House, like when they were working on because whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, he said he touches you, he invades your space.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, he now gets smoothies at the same place I do. Big whoop.
Who does?
Bill?
Who, Daryl?
Yeah, she
Oh,
Daryl.
Daryl. Don't.
Oh yeah, I run into
Put
Daryl
him in Bill.
sometimes in the neighborhood too.
Yeah, I do
Still
too.
go for smoothies.
I
Guys, I'm going to have to go.
No, you don't.
Lewis
Where
has
you
to
going?
fly.
Where you going?
I have to go to Kansas City.
Is your gig sold out?
Kansas City will wait for you.
No. I wish it would.
Hey, do you like that Wilbur Harrison song, Lou? It's one of my faves. What gig you doing
Kansas
tonight?
City.
Kansas City, the American something or other. There.
Okay.
The Enormo
St.
Dome.
Louis.
How many seats? 100,000?
Lewis probably does.
5 million.
Lewis, what do you do? 1,000 seats? 1,200
5
seats?
million.
5. You could do 5,000 seats if you wanted to. What do you prefer to max out at?
No, I don't. I couldn't. I basically I can sell like 2,000, 2,500.
That's nice.
No, but
probably-
that's fine. That's all I want. I mean, I'm happy. That's phenomenal.
I don't even understand why you do television if you do that because you're taking a pay cut to do TV, right?
But it's fun to do. You know, it's another thing to do.
Lewis, can we show you a video before you
true.
leave?
Sure.
We miss you. Why aren't you
When's
doing
this?
our show more?
We do miss you.
Because
Lou.
I'm fucking not
Oh.
here.
What are we promoting?
You came in for the CD, right?
CD is out.
And it's
Well, I
called-
came in to see you guys.
Can you get it on Amazon?
You get it on
iTunes.
iTunes. You
Go
get
to
it on
iTunes.
Amazon. You get it at
And lewisblack.com?
record store and at lewisblack.com.
And it's LEWIS, you fucking assholes.
And I'll see you when I'm back. I'll see you in September.
All right, Lou.
September.
I'm gone for a month.
He leaves.
Well, call us.
You want me to call? Call, you fucks.
All right. I'm going to take a break so we can properly say goodbye to Lewis Black.